So this is even a problem in sort of a pre-capitalist society, of course, right? Pascal lives in a pre-capitalist society. Who's the person who needs to work the least? Well, the king. But what does the king spend his time doing? Hunting foxes. Okay, why does the king hunt foxes? Right? Does he want foxes? No. What does he want? He wants to be hunting the fox, so that he doesn't think about other things. Okay? A lot of us use work as a kind of self-medication. And I mean, if we're working, we're not thinking about the empty, forever empty. And I actually think that one of the geniuses of Genesis is that it knows this about ourselves, and it prescribes one day in the week where you're not supposed to do that. So, I mean, one theologian with whom I actually don't agree with a whole lot, but on this point I think he is absolutely right, is that you can tell how Christian a culture is by how they treat the Sabbath. So on that score, there's good news and bad news for us, right? There still are kind of like, outposts in our culture that treat the Sabbath as a genuine day of rest. Okay. But the bad news is that there aren't many, and they're becoming fewer. But the reason for the day of rest is because we're made in the image of God. Right? Who rests? Well, God rests, and then we rest, right? Because we're supposed to be like God. Okay. In what respect, though? In our transcendence from the rest of creation. The first 6 days are about the cultivation of the garden. Okay. The first 6 days are about providing for the things of the body. Okay? The seventh day is dedicated to higher things. Okay? Why? Because ultimately, we're dedicated to higher things. What do you do on the seventh day? You sacrifice and pray, okay? Which is literally dedicating lower things to the highest thing, right? You take the lower thing, the beast or the bit of grain or whatever, and you immolate it, okay, for the sake of God, showing what the true ordering of creation is. Okay? So when we treat leisure as leisure, and we use that leisure time to pursue properly human, that is, human touching on the divine pursuits, then we cultivate the image of God in ourselves.